Hey guys, real quick, I was just out here kind of doing my thing that I do, throwing alone and having people look at me weird. But I came up with this kind of, we were talking about like segmentation and creating rotational energy, and talking about like the importance of creating certain progressions or variations, or to have the athlete to get some feedback of the specific sensation that we need to get them to understand, to then accompany the movement pattern that we want. Because it can't get that movement pattern we want if the athlete can't really feel that sensation, right? Especially if it's new, right? We talk about like creating new motor patterns. So within segmentation, I was thinking about, I was literally just walking here and I kind of did this little turn throw, and I was like, that could be a good progression. So maybe this works, maybe it doesn't, who knows? But think about it in terms of like walking. So if I'm walking to the camera, I'm gonna actually throw that way, but I'm gonna try to keep my line walking to you. So if I'm keeping my line here, I'm gonna turn and create this throw, which again, your hips are gonna open a little bit, but you wanna try to do your best to keep your hips going forward. So within segmentation, we want the hips to initiate rotation somewhat early while the trunk remains neutral and the hand follows, so then we create this rotational energy. So within segmentation, the importance behind creating hip-shoulder separation, right? So it can look like this. Again, who knows if that's going to do anything for you? I wanted to give another option along with all the other options that I have available for guys within drill progressions. But throw off the right foot forward. So I even have a progression for hip rotation segmentation is right foot forward throws going forward, and now this one's just creating more, which is probably going to actually influence a more efficient hand path and arm action too, like a pivot pick almost, right? I guess you can do a pivot pick, but walking forward, it's going to keep the posture of the hips straight. And then as your opposite foot forward, as your opposite foot goes forward, that's when you turn and counter rotate your trunk and throw. Very similar to a pivot pick, you're just walking, all right? So give it a shot, who knows? See ya.